good place for all pickers to congregate together and pick and have a good time.
It's just meeting old friends and getting to play some music with them.
I've met people today and played with them and never played with them before in my life. And I tell you what, I really enjoy it today.
I'm the sweetheart of the mountain with her faded profile. And her lips are sweet as honey. She got us like stars that shine. Down on the ridge mountain, to there deep below the mountain. The sand mound up there forever. Mary Jane wants to be mine.
Every year on the 4th of July, Americans everywhere gather to celebrate our common heritage. Like a giant extended family, we come together to celebrate who we are, our traditions. But this celebration is special. It's a festival of old-time music whose roots go back to when the country was founded. Most of the time, Smilthville, Tennessee looks like any other small southern town. But each year on the 4th of July, thousands of people descend on Smilthville for the Smilthville Fiddlers Jamboree. The idea was that the Jamboree would pay homage to the music that was born in the hills and valleys where most people settled when the country was young. The tunes that developed became the folk music of America. The Jamboree would be a competition, a chance for amateur musicians to participate, and participate they do. People come from as far away as the Midwest and New England to see how they measure up to the other enthusiasts of old-time music. But the competition is only part of the story. For most people, the Jamboree is an opportunity to just make music. Informal jam sessions pop up all over town.
Yeah, I would say the competition was secondary. You know, this is, it's a fellowship thing.
We're a family, and what we do is play from our heart and our soul.
It's just meeting old friends and getting to play some music with them, you know, and just having a good time.
If you're a musician, it doesn't matter what level you're at, you can jam, and everybody's just real friendly and real nice, and the listeners get together, and it's just, I don't know, it's just like you're a part of it.
You have so many different styles of music and people which bring their styles of music from whatever part of the country they come from, and they all mix and they learn a little bit from each other.
Need one old-time banjo picker that do thumb style banjo.
An old-time banjo coming up. Come on in.
It's a different kind of feeling to just, you can walk up and to a jam session and they're playing songs that you more than likely know some of them, and you know, you learn some from them and they learn from you.
It's like going to school. It's something, you know, you see other pickers, you pick up new songs, you pick up new styles, you get to meet a lot of nice people.
Classroom under the trees.
That's right.
good place for all pickers to congregate together and pick and have a good time. And myself, I'm not a professional, I'm an amateur, and I play for the fun of it.
I've met people today and played with them and never played with before in my life. And I tell you what, I really enjoy such as that. And you meet people, talk to them, get acquainted with different people.
Now, I've seen people here today that I haven't seen in 7 years because this is the first time I've been back in 7 years.
It's the custom around here to bring an instrument and play with old friends, or even people you don't know.
Take off on something.
The folks who play at Smilthville aren't professionals putting on a show. They're amateurs who come together to play for the fun of it. And everybody's welcome to join in.
I would say what makes Smilthville what it is and what it probably will be in the future is participation. You get involved around here, and that's what it's about.
Participation. That's what makes the Jamboree such a special time for so many people.
This year the weather is fine, so I'm expecting to have a good time for the next 2 days, picking and clogging and whatever.
If you can't play an instrument or sing, it doesn't matter. You can make music with your feet. The old-time music you hear around the Smilthville Jamboree is rarely heard on the country music radio stations these days. People make this music themselves and learn the tunes from friends and family.
Come to Smilthville, you congregate, and you hear so many different styles. You hear a lot of the old-time fiddle styles.
Bluegrass music grew out of the people who came to the United States and settled in southern Appalachian Mountains. And they sung about the good times, they sung about the bad times. They didn't have that much leisure time, so they spent a good bit of their time playing. If they weren't working, they were playing music. And just about common good and bad things in life. I feel like that there's just so much that comes from Scotland and England. Not trying to take away from America, but it's just lucky that those people came over here.
I like the old-time music, I like the old-time flavor. We don't hear enough of that. It's more enjoyable, more relaxing, and it's more down-to-earth, down-home type music.
This music gives us a sense of our history, a history not recorded in books, but preserved in our musical heritage. Here at Smilthville, that musical heritage is passed on in the traditional way. It's learned from friends and passed on from mother to daughter and father to son.
My dad played the guitar a little bit, played the banjo. I started learning on the banjo when I was about 9 years old. Started playing with the fiddle, and I've been around instruments all my life.
My granddad and my dad, see, they played music ever since I can remember.
Of course, I've been interested in music all my life because my daddy played music, and he played a banjo, and of course, I started trying to learn to play when I was a kid. When I got big enough and old enough, I got my banjo, and I started trying to play, and I'm still trying to play. And I guess it will be as long as I live. The Lord lets me keep my health and strength and use my two hands.
Music has just been a part of my life. My grandfather, A.Q. Harrison, was a real good fiddler and picker, so, you know, I grew up around it and have always played.
And the songs they play are songs of simpler times, songs of work and play, songs about families and their strong ties to the land.
Bluegrass music is no doubt a traditional, feeling music, something in your heart. It's just it's hard to just put it in words. It's something you feel.
What we do is what we feel inside of us, and that's why I call it a true soul music. It comes from the heart inside of us, how we was raised, and it's our inheritance. Right. It's not for sale. You can't buy it in the music store.
Guitar is a friend. It won't give you any talk back, so you know it's sometimes it's a better friend than other friends.
Well, I think it's played from the soul and the heart, really. You know, it's not. You don't read this music. It comes from the inside, and I can distinct and tell whether a man's playing from his head or from his heart. You know, when I hear him pick up a fiddle, I can tell you where he can play a fiddle or not. You know, and I guess that's what it amounts to, because we don't read music. What of us reads it don't read it enough, you know, to hurt us fiddling and stuff like that.
Tonight I'm alone without you, my dear. It seems there's a longing for you still. All I have to do now is sit alone and cry in our little cabin home on the hill. Oh, someone has taken you from me and left me here all alone. Just to sit to the rain, beat on my window pane in our little cabin home on the hill.
It's a feeling, and as a matter of fact, I know it's, for me personally, it's hard to sing a bluegrass song and not really get into it without you just close your eyes and you just see those mountains and you just know the feeling and the authenticity of the music. It's just a way of life.
As you are, in my heart there's longing for you still. All I have to do now is sit alone and cry in our little cabin home on the hill. Oh, someone has taken you from me and left me here all alone. Just listen to the rain beat on my window pane in our little cabin home on the hill. Now when you have come to the end of the way and find there's no more happiness for you, just let your thoughts turn back once more, if you will, to our little cabin home on the hill. Well, someone has taken you from me and left me here all alone. Just listen to the rain beat on my window pane in our little cabin home on the hill. the rain beat on my window pane. In our little cabin home on the hill. In our little cabin home on the hill.
On stage, there's that once-a-year chance for musicians to show their stuff. And even here, the music reflects heritage.
Got to stay close to your roots. If you leave your roots, you've lost it. Oh, that's my opinion. And we know if you enter a contest, the judges aren't looking for mechanical, they're looking for feeling.
For most contestants, winning isn't the most important thing. It's getting a chance to play for their friends the music they love. Old-fashioned music played in an old-fashioned way. That's what you'll hear on stage, because that's how the Jamboree was designed.
I can hear the voices singing soft and low. Hallelujah, I'm ready. I'm ready. Hallelujah, hallelujah, I'm ready to go. Hallelujah, I'm ready. I'm ready. Hallelujah, I can hear the voices singing soft and low. Hallelujah, I'm ready. I'm ready. Hallelujah, hallelujah, I'm ready to go.
The rules are strict. No electric instruments, no flashy showmanship, not even modern versions of the old classics. But each year there's always someone who gets away with an unusual rendition of old-time music. Whether it's played on stage or in a friendly group off stage, the music is all homemade, and that's the key. The people who come here to play do so with the desire to share something of their personal experiences and the feelings that arise from those experiences.
I'm going to do a little bit of the Home Sweet Home. That's something that I'll never forget, and I think it's one that's pretty popular.
Smilthville, Tennessee is a place where music speaks to us in the ways of old, where the past is handed down with a special camaraderie. It gives us an awareness of where we've been and where we're going and who we are. Each year, as these musicians gather to celebrate their heritage, a rich and colorful part of America is preserved. Music that has been played for generations is alive, well, and prospering at the Smilthville Fiddlers Jamboree. The country music that's popular throughout the world today has its roots in these traditions that are being preserved here. These folks are like a family, an extended family of old-time pickers and fiddlers, passing on a tradition with pride and out of love. And they're having lots of fun just making it happen.
Well, this Smilthville festival, it's just like the World's Fair. It gets bigger and better every year, my way of looking at it.
People really do have a lot of fun here, and just sort of like a gigantic picnic, I guess you might say, of music. People really do have fun and enjoy it. It's good, clean fun.
I see new faces here every year because I tell different people about it. Say, I've never been. I want to go one time. I said, when you go one time, you won't never quit going. You'll be just like I am. You go every year.
This is a big day for Tennesseans and people all over the United States. There'll be probably 15 to 20,000 people here. And you meet people every year that you see every year, and it's sort of like home folks, you know, it's sort of like a homecoming, and you enjoy the people, the picking, and the good times. And mainly that's what bluegrass picking, country music is about. It's having a good time, I think.
Smilthville is the greatest thing for old-time music in the state of Tennessee, or anywhere else for that matter. I mean, it does more for the musicians, and I think they look forward to coming here more than they do anywhere else, you know, to play, because it's kind of like a family reunion.